beekos? Welcome back to more Elder Scrolls Online, my favorite multiplayer game of all time. So, in the last one, beekos, we investigated a Dwemer library and learned that the Ashen Lord Rada and Lady Belaine seek to reawaken something known as the Dark Heart. And they plan on using a Dwemer orrery in order to do so, which they plan on powering using a keystone belonging to the library that we investigated. Anyway, let's see what Arana has for us today.
The story of the Dark Heart. The Ghost Song clan knows it well. My clan. Once. I need to speak with my sister, Nathari. She studied the old secrets. Knows about prophecies both ill and fair. If anyone can glean the mind of Lady Belaine, it's her.
Old secrets?
Traditions passed down from our foremothers. Like the story of the prophecy of the Dark Heart. It deals with souls, shadows, endings. I know the core of it, but Nathari understands the nuances. Unfortunately, we haven't spoken in a long time.
Would Narthi talk with
An
me?
outsider? Not likely. We need someone to intercede on our behalf. We need Brayden. He's a friend, and he holds the respect of the clan. If he vouches for you, Nathari might talk to you. He often visits Hroldan Ring to trade news. Meet me there.
I'll meet you and, Broden at Hroldan Ring.
Brayden can speak to the mood of the Ghost Song clan. Tell him what you told me. I'm sure he'll help us get a meeting with my sister. He's a werewolf, mind you, but I've never had a truer friend. Look for him at Hroldan Ring. I'll meet you there.
Yes, your, closest friend's a werewolf. Meanwhile, your closest ally is a fucking vampire. Here we are.
Brayden! What news of the Ghost Song clan?
Your sister led the clan to Lost Valley. I was about to join them. Who's the outsider?
An ally against the Grey Host. I'll let them tell you themselves.
An outsider walking alongside the great and powerful Arana. That's not a sight I thought I'd see today. And she says you're an ally. Tell me, outsider, why do you care what happens to the Reach?
I'm trying to stop the Grey Host. We need to talk to Arana's sister.
An outsider come to fight outsiders. I wish you hadn't brought your war here in the first place. Speaking with Nathari is going to be difficult, even if she would agree to such a meeting. She's taken the clan to Lost Valley Redoubt.
The Lost Valley?
That's just what the Reach folk call it. It isn't actually lost. We know exactly where it is. It's a sacred place from a darker time. Nathari said the time had come to return to Lost Valley. Promised the clan a great revelation.
What kind of revolution?
I'm not sure, but I'm no witch. Some of our rituals aren't meant to be shared with outsiders, I'll tell you that much. Still, if Arana says it's important for you to speak to her sister, I believe her. I'll vouch for you, outsider.
Arana says you two used to be good friends.
Yes. We grew up together in the Ghost Song clan. I was furious when the clan banished her. I almost followed, but I couldn't. The clan needs my protection, especially now against the Grey Horse. I'm off to Lost Valley. If you want to find your sister, that's where she'll be.
Why Lost Valley, Nathari? What are you planning, my sister?
I hope her sister isn't working with the Grey Host. I see something glowy over there. Ah, it was a torch. That was disappointing.
Grey Host Scout has been clawed to pieces. Brayden's work, I presume. But why are these monsters here in the first place? Brayden must have gotten here ahead of us. I'd recognize his handiwork anywhere. It seems that the redoubt is overrun with Grey Host troops. We'll need to get past them to reach the old ritual site.
Where is the ritual
The
site?
Nords built their barrow over the caves that were once used by my ancestors. The Spirit Queen led the first Ghost Song matron to a spot deep beneath the redoubt. I think that's where Nathari has taken the clan.
You make it sound like no one else has used this place in a long time.
I haven't. My mother had the entrance to the barrow concealed when I was a young girl. No one has used it since before I was born. I always knew those old stories interested my sister, but I never expected her to lead the clan down there. I don't understand. It's like the Grey Host is guarding this place. Doesn't look like the Grey Host attacked my clan. At least not yet. We need to find them.
All of you. They cannot stand a fucking chance against us.
That's the Grey Host command camp up ahead.
We've already had trouble
Let's
with one.
see what you can find.
Remember, he might not have come alone. For the
was that for the Ashen Lord? I can't hear you. You're kind of fucking dead.
Grey Host scratchings. What does it say? Well, do those scratchings on paper tell you anything about what the Grey Host is doing in Lost Valley Redoubt?
Lady Belaine convinced Natharthi to perform a ritual required by the Dark Prophecy.
I never should have let Nathari push me aside. She was always drawn to darkness, even as a girl. Lady Belaine must have found her eager to believe the right lies. Does that letter say what Belaine hopes to gain from my sister's foolishness?
She believes Natharthi's ritual will awaken the Dark Heart.
The Dark Heart again. According to the prophecy, death awakens the Dark Heart. By the spirits, what evil has Belaine convinced my sister to perform? We need to find Nathari and stop her before something terrible takes place.
Any idea how Lady Belaine would learn about the
A
prophecy?
stranger visited the clan when I was young. She asked about the old lore. She wore a smile, but I saw darkness in her eyes. Years later, when I saw her beside the Ard's throne, I recognized her. Lady Belaine, and she hadn't aged a day.
So your mother and the other witches told her about the prophecy?
Aye, but my mother spoke in generalities. Lady Belaine spent a lot of time with my aunt, though. She was one who saw every word of the prophecy as literal truth. In fact, she taught Nathari her lore. No wonder Lady Belaine sought out my sister.
What does the prophecy actually say?
The full telling requires hours. We don't have time for that, so I'll be brief. An ancient darkness sleeps beneath the reach. At the end of days it will awaken, covering the land in shadow and devouring all. Only Namira's faithful will be spared.
Well then. An ancient darkness, so you mean the Dark Heart?
Yes, but Ghost Song witches have argued about the nature of the heart for generations. Some believe the prophecy is symbolic. There's darkness in every mortal heart. That's my view. Others believe the prophecy is meant to be taken literally.
What do you mean by literally?
That the Dark Heart exists. Death feeds it, and only sacrifice will awaken it to share its power with those that believe. Dark illusions like that. Nathari believes the prophecy speaks a literal truth. Maybe she's right, but it's still wrong.
That's fucked up.
We're going the right way. The entrance is farther up. Keep going. We're almost to the summit. The burrow entrance is just ahead. The entrance should be here somewhere.
Wait,
Look
is
around.
that? Oh my god! It's a word wall.
Ah, you found the rock. That's actually the door. But it will only open for a ghost song witch. Look at that. I've still got it.
So, the burrow is built directly beneath a word wall. That is fucking cool. Interesting, really, but cool.
Dark magic. Rising all around us. Nathari must have started the ritual. Dare Nathari allow grave cultures to prowl these halls. Ritual sacrifices. Nathari wants the clan to return to the old ways. In the past, Ghost Song witches made blood sacrifices to the Spirit Queen and the Lord of the Hunt in rooms such as this. My foremothers believed that death pleased our gods. Nathari still holds that view.
So what exactly happened here?
My foremothers believed the Spirit Queen granted them power in exchange for the souls they sent to her realm. A death is the greatest gift a mortal can give, after all. This was where the clan performed ritual sacrifices to appease Namira.
Lady of Decay. So, Lady Belain wants Natharthi to perform a ritual sacrifice to awaken the Dark Heart. Which I'm slowly piecing together as a Daedric artifact belonging to Namira, the Lady of Decay, because cannibalism, ladies and gentlemen.
Aye, that seems to be where all this is laden. To awaken the Dark Heart, my coven must sacrifice that which they hold most dear. Their own kin. Many Ghost Song clan members are about to die. That's why Nathari brought them here. We must stop her.
Tells me this is gonna end in the death of her own sister. The jogger can't see me.
Nathari, no! What have you done?
The hour is upon us, dear sister. You must feel it. The darkness.
You sacrificed our own people! Oh, poor Sagan!
I should have expected Arana to take up with outsiders. She always rejected the old ways. This is no place for one who doesn't hear the spirits of the Reach. You're not worthy to walk these sacred halls.
Worthy? You sacrificed your own people!
And every one of them gave up their life willingly. They gladly died to awaken the Dark Heart from its slumber. Arana may deny it, but this is the day Namira has been preparing us for. We give our souls to the Dark in return for eternal life.
And none of your people refused to lay down and die for you?
You sound like Braden. True believers see the honor in this sacrifice, but not everyone can overcome the fear that whispers in their ears. The flesh quails even when the spirit is strong. No matter, we help them complete their journey.
In other words, you kill them whether they agree to die or not.
Why does this matter to you, outsider? The Ghost Song hunters, the true hunters, gather below, ready to give their lives for the Spirit Queen. Brayden will when his time comes. Will complete the ritual and awaken the dark.
Lady Belain is using you. She doesn't care about your clan.
The clan chose Arana. The Spirit Queen demands death, and I shall give it to her.
Damn it. I should never have left. No. I can't allow this. We need to find Brayden and the others. This is horrible. Notharia's convinced herself that she's doing the will of the Spirit Queen. And she persuaded at least some of the clan to go along with this madness. We have to find a way to stop her.
Lady Belain and Narthi both believe that sacrificing your clan will awaken the Dark Heart.
Aye. That seems to be the long and short of it. The Dark Heart will beat again, and its power will surge up from the deep places to consume everything. Its darkness will cover the world.
Why would they want that to happen?
The prophecy talks of death and destruction. But it also says that those who embrace it will be spared. There's power in the darkness, especially for those who believe and hold true to its word. Now let's go try to save my clan from this madness. The old matrons mentioned a ritual cave deep within the barrow. It must be this way. Most Song hunters loyal to Nathari. Surely some must have opposed her. Or when they did fight back, they were quickly overwhelmed. Not many of my clan learned the scratchings, but Senin could read and write the Imperial language. He spent years in Morokar's Imperial Guard. What did he write down?
Senin and some of the others fought back. He was mortally wounded by another clan member.
As we've seen, Natharia's convinced some of the clan to support this mad endeavor. This is Lady Belain's doing. Spirits take that woman. She's laughing far from here and safe, while Nathari does exactly what she wants.
The note mentions the Dark Descent, a pit where the rest of the clan is going to be sacrificed.
I remember that from the stories. A cavern where the floor drops into darkness. That's where the first Ghost Song Witch made a bargain with the Spirit Queen. Legend says the pit divides the land of the living from the dead. Let's keep moving.
We're gonna go to Blackreach again. I can feel it. But maybe not. I may just be making stupid-ass assumptions.
We need to hurry.
dark heart stirs. You can't stop the prophecy from being fulfilled.
If we die this day, we shall live forever!
Every sacrifice strengthens the darkness.
You can't stop
Below us,
what you can't
the darkness
see.
gathers in that infernal pit. I can feel it. The dark heart, it's waking up!
The darkness, it responds. The dark heart awakens. Give your lives so the dark heart may beat again. Too late, sister. The prophecy is fulfilled.
Stop Nefari before she feeds my entire clan to the darkness!
Die to feed the darkness.
The darkness! Nefari stronger! I'll try to contain it!
I'm not done with you yet.
Okay, how do we stop this thing from chasing us?
Coward. Return and face me. The darkness will claim you.
Okay, where is she? I think she's that red circle, but like, how do we knock her out of it?
The darkness will claim you.
Do we let it touch us?
Return and face me.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how we stop that.
Dark heart hungers.
The dark. It makes Navari stronger. We'll try to contain it.
Heart returns to its slumber. Raiden, you're alive. Thank the spirits.
I knew Nathari's ideas were folly, but this... With her own hand, she gave her kin to the darkness. She would have killed all of us if you and Anna hadn't her.
The real enemy is Lady Belain. She convinced Natharthi to sacrifice your clan.
Nathari was a friend once, before she became obsessed with the old ways. If Lady Belain put her on that path, then I've got a score to settle with her. And I'll fight to protect what's left of us, few though we may be.
Will you let Arana... will you join Arana and help us defeat Lady Belain and the Grey Host?
Aye, we'll fight. There aren't many of us left, but most of us are werewolves. Lady Belain will regret the day she turned our own witches against the clan. That, I promise you. We'll make our way to Rebel's Retreat. I'll look for you and Arana there. This isn't your fault, Arana. Nathari could only see her own visions, hear her own spirits.
Lady Belain is a bitch.
This is what you bring us, Arana.
The news that Lady Belain was invoking the prophecy of the Dark Heart.
My hunters are the...
I never expected it to lead to the decimation of my old clan at the hands of my sister. Still, I can't help feeling that this was a rehearsal for something even more terrible.
What do you mean, even more
The
terrible?
prophecy says it takes more than a handful of deaths to awaken the Dark Heart. Oh, Nathari got something out of her, but I think Lady Belain just used her to test the waters. The darkness responded, though. Thank the spirits you stopped the ritual.
There you are.
Ah,
That
Gwen.
darkness Arana mentioned? I think we found it. Verandas has been studying that dark energy down in the library of Arkstand, trying to figure out what Rada al-Saran and Lady Belain have planned. He thinks it might actually be related to the darkness. The void. Isn't that a terrifying thought?
Sithis? It's gonna be related to Sithis, can it?
Look, I'm no scholar. I barely believe in the stuff and I hardly understand it. But the void is the place outside the places. The darkness beyond Mundus and Oblivion. Anyway, Verandis felt a change in the currents. He sent me to get you.
Okay, just saying, if they open a pathway to the void and a few souls get out, there's a lot of angry souls I may have sent to the void that might be angry with me, so, yeah, Sithis, protect me. A Ghost Song clan which attempted to awaken the Dark Heart. Arana and I stopped.
Well, that would explain it. You might have stopped it from fully awakening, but Verandis says something has changed. Even I could feel it. Come on. Verandis needs you to meet him at Night Hollow Keep. That's where he traced the dark energy to.
I'll meet Verandis at Night Hollow Keep.
Night Hollow Keep is down in Blackreach, east of the Library of Arksand. Verandis is there. He's waiting for you before he continues his search for the Dark Heart.
Well, to Night Hollow Keep we go.
Perfect timing, my friend. The pockets of energy we discovered. The pockets of energy we discovered in the Library of Arksand, they're even stronger here. The void energy permeates that ancient keep. I suspect the Dark Heart hides somewhere inside, and I fear that it's growing stronger.
Arana's sister sacrificed much of her clan to attempt to awaken the Dark Heart.
Interesting. The Dark Heart hasn't fully awakened, but I did feel it stir. We need to find the Dark Heart, whatever it is, and prevent Rada and Belain from using it. I thought it was a dwarven artifact, but then why was I drawn to Night Hollow Keep?
What do you know about the keep?
Very little, I'm afraid. The whole idea of a kingdom of ancient vampire clans hiding in the depths of Blackreach, well, I thought it was nothing more than a legend. Let's explore the keep and see what we can learn while we try to find the Dark Heart.
Alright, I'll help you search Night Hollow
Let's
Keep.
you and I split up and search the keep while Gwendis returns to Markarth. We know Lady Belain has something in mind for the city, and one of us should be close at hand. Inside, look for personal items. I can use them to glean information.
How will personal items help you learn anything about Night Hollow Keep?
One of my talents involves Auromancy magic. Certain inanimate objects, especially items that hold significant personal value, can become imbued with the auras of those who possess them. Sometimes I can read vague impressions, sometimes more.
Tell me more about Auromancy.
Important events and powerful emotions leave a mark on their surroundings. Auromancy deals with evoking memories from the auras left behind on objects. It's an arcane art that I have perfected over the centuries. It often helps me in my work.
How do you think it will help us here?
Auromancy is a useful tool for unraveling the history of ancient places. Clearly, this keep was once great. Now it's forgotten. Yet a power our enemies covet stirs within. I think the story of this place is the story of the Dark Heart.
Could these Night Hollow vampires be related to Radha?
I don't see how. Radha al-Saran was a Yakudan swordmaster before he came to Tamriel. His vampirism is a result of a meeting with Molag Bal. At least that's how I understand it. Lady Belain, however, her origins are unknown to me.
Is that why the search for the Dark Heart is leading us to Night Hollow Keep?
A good question. We know that Radha promises freedom to the Grey Host. He spent centuries bringing the various elements of his plan together. How the Night Hollow fit in, I can't say. At least not yet. Hopefully the answers await us in the keep. Now, Gwendis, you know I never ask anything without good reason. Markarth is in danger.
Fine. But when the real action starts, I won't sit on the side and let you deal with all the danger.
Night Hollow Keep. Open sesame.
There you are. See if you can find a personal object's ancient study. Did you find something? Bring it here.
Alright, let's let your Auromancy do the work.
What did you find? My Auromancy works best on a personal possession, something with an emotional aura, or even an arcane residue clinging to it.
I found some sort of old insignia. Will that work?
Let me see. I pity the stone is damaged, but it still retains a trace of magical aura. There are different ways to evoke echoes of the past. Objects that people wore or carried tend to collect and hold strong impressions.
Do you know what that insignia is?
No, but it appears to be a pin or an emblem of some kind. The owner would have worn it on their clothing, close to their body. Good. Let's see if it has anything to show us. Keep your eyes open and observe.
I'll watch and see what your magic reveals.
A gift for me.
I have chosen. Tonight, you and Rain will drink from the Dark Heart.
I have longed for this moment, my lady.
Soon, you will be a lord of the Night Hollow clan. One of my chosen.
Oh.
So Lady Belain did belong to the Night Hollow clan. Interesting. I sensed that Lady Belain was ancient, but the vision confirms she was not only part of the Night Hollow clan, she was their leader. The Dark Heart gets more interesting at every turn. How did they drink from it? For that matter, what did they drink?
Will any of that help you figure out what the Dark Heart is?
Yes, but we need more information. I can deduce that the Dark Heart is some sort of power source. That much is obvious. And it's tied to the void energy we encountered. Plus, the currents got stronger when Arana's sister sacrificed her clanmates.
Why are the vampires here so different? They're more like crazed monsters than intelligent beings.
Yes, I noticed that too. Whether due to the long centuries of isolation or something more sinister, they are shadows of their former selves. Take the insignia with you and keep exploring. Now that it's charged, more memories may reveal themselves.
I don't understand.
I cast Auromancy upon the insignia. The lingering magic may reveal additional scenes from the past as you explore these halls. Phantasms, really. Harmless. And keep watch for more void portals. As at Arctazand, they may help you navigate this place.
I'll look for void portals and watch the memories as I explore. Okay, so how do we get through? Ah, there's a portal right there.
You hear? The sound. The dark heart stirs. The dark heart will reward you if you are so. No! Death cannot claim the Night Hollow!
Ah, this looks promising. A noble's chamber, I think. Take a look around. Have you found something I can cast my Auromancy? My explorations have turned up very little, but it looks like you've had better luck. What did you find?
I found another insignia. It appears to be undamaged.
Exactly what I was hoping for. I suspect the Night Hollow nobles wore these as a badge of rank. Let's see what we can learn with a little more Auromancy.
I'll watch while you perform your magic.
We broke through. The way to the Dark Heart is open.
But the heart falters. Something is wrong.
The damn dwarves. They depleted its energy.
Seal the Dark Halls. Until the heart recovers, only those who bear the sign of the Inner Circle may partake of its gifts.
I think I understand what happened to the Night Hollow clan. I suspect Lady Belain is the survivor of a long decline. While the rest of her clan slid into madness, she alone remained to carry on their legacy. Such a bitter pill for a proud vampire.
What did we just see?
That memory comes from a later time. The Lord spoke of opening a way to the Dark Heart, which implies the Night Hollow lost access to it at some point. But what are these dark halls Lady Belain spoke of? Where can we find them?
Maybe the dark halls lead to the heart.
Perhaps. And maybe we have the key. Lady Belain said that only those who bear the sign of the Inner Circle can utilize the heart. That must refer to the insignias you found. Let's look for these dark halls.
I'll look for the entrance to the dark halls.
More than likely, the dark halls lie below us somewhere. See if you can find a way down while I attempt to trace the currents of void energy that radiate throughout this ruin. One of us should find a way through.
Vampires, dwarves, reach witches. Who does the dark heart really belong to?
The best answer may be none of them. I suspect the Dark Heart may have been here before all of them. More than likely, they found it, and made use of it. Across the ages, different people may have been drawn to its power. We may never know for sure.
Do you think it drew Radha?
Perhaps. It's curious, isn't it? I wonder if the Dark Heart has a purpose of its own. And we better keep going. Until we actually find this thing, all we have are guesses.
Belain and her nobles, they keep the Dark Heart all for themselves. Lady Belain refuses to let us drink. Can't you see what...
think this is the entrance to the Dark Halls. As you can see, powerful magic wards the door. Perhaps I can draw a memory from it.
A dormant dark heart is of little use to us, Belaine.
It can be awakened, but I need to get the help of the Reach Witches.
Patience, Belaine. Not until I restore the Grey Host. Not until we unlock the orrery.
More delays. Very well. But the Dark Heart must beat again, Rada al-Saran. Nothing else matters.
It seems Rodda came here a long time ago. This is the most recent memory, but it's still centuries old. Did you see? Rodda and Belaine made some sort of deal centuries ago, and now the conditions of that deal have almost been fulfilled. We can't let them fully awaken the Dark Heart.
Didn't Nahari's sacrifices already awaken the heart?
I've been thinking about what you told me. I believe the Ghost Song ritual primed the Dark Heart, opening a path between this world and the Void. The Void energy is stronger here, but it lacks direction. I fear they require a greater sacrifice.
A greater sacrifice?
Something as powerful as the Dark Heart that's been asleep for millennia may stir from the taste of a few souls, but I suspect it needs a banquet to awaken fully. Perhaps, if we hurry, it won't come to that.
Lady Belaine said she was ready to awaken the heart centuries ago. Why wait until now?
Because Rodda had not yet raised a new army. And he had other preparations to make, no doubt. Centuries don't matter much to immortal vampires. Now hold up the intact insignia. Let's see if we're right and it grants us access to the Dark Halls.
Indeed.
Hollow left the Dark Hall where they found it, instead of bringing it to Hold. Someone left these belongings here. They may have a story to tell. A well-made weapon, placed with care. Let me try my Auromancy.
Belaine, we're dying. There's nothing you can do.
I refuse to accept that, Idrisen. But one of us must remain strong to save the others. I will take the remaining energy from the Dark Heart. It will sustain me until I determine how to make it beat again.
No, Belaine. You know blood no longer sustains us. If you take the last of the Heart's energy, the rest of us will starve.
How horrible. The Dark Heart gave the Night Hollow unbelievable power, but they were dependent on it. They lost the ability to draw sustenance from blood. As the Dark Heart slowed and fell into slumber, they became diminished.
Except for Lady Belaine.
It appears that Lady Belaine took the last of the Void energy for herself, enough to saturate her and keep her strong through all these long centuries, while the clan around her starved and turned feral.
Couldn't they just go back to feeding on blood like other vampires?
Apparently not. Feeding on void energy changed them. They lost the ability to take nourishment from the blood of mortals. I suspect Lady Belaine believes that her clan will recover once the Dark Heart begins to beat again. And she's probably correct.
Could I free myself of the thirst for blood by drinking from the Dark Heart?
I admit, the thought has crossed my mind. but we would be trading one master for another. Besides, allowing the Dark Heart to awaken, that's not something I want to risk.
Let's move forward.
Feel the void energy.
Oh
That's
my
the Dark
god.
Heart.
The Dark Heart must be fed. I will see to Markarth.
Rather, no. We must not awaken the Dark Heart.
I stopped heeding your advice a long, long time ago, Mirandus.
Idrison, slay these meddlers!
Deal with Lady Belane's minions. I'll try to stop Rada.
Saving my precious power. This is the way it must be for this. You will understand. Power time. Waited centuries for the Dark Heart to beat once more. Lady Belaine, I failed you.
The Dark Heart awakens! The Dark Heart. A piece of the primal void trapped in our world. No wonder it warps the very weave of existence all around it. Look up. We're directly beneath the library of Arkzand. The Dark Heart, it powers the orrery. But to what end?
What did Rada mean? Feed on the marker.
The Dark Heart feeds on death. You saw that when the Ghost Song clan was sacrificed. Only he's offering the heart a much larger feast. All the Reach folk in Markarth. He sent Lady Belaine there to finish what is undoubtedly already begun.
Ard Kaddock called all the clans to take shelter in the city.
Correct. As part of Lady Belaine's peace with the Grey Host. Just another horrible deception. Let's get out of this place. There may still be a way to save the people of Markarth.
I'll meet you outside.
That lift over there should take us to the library grounds. Hurry. Look at the dome. Markarth's souls are being drawn inside.
Oh no.
I now understand the what of our enemy's plan, if not the why of it. Rada had centuries to set this in motion, yet I don't see how the orrery can free the Grey Host. As for Lady Belaine, the Dark Heart beats again. Her Night Hollow are reborn.
So Rada and Lady Belaine have won?
No, not yet. Our enemy has gained a momentary success, but now we know the extent of their plans. Knowledge is a powerful weapon, my friend. This isn't over. We can still pull victory from the void. Because of you, we still have a chance. Our enemy advances on two fronts, my friend, and we must...
We got a witch's entrance, that's awesome! But anyways, beekos, this is where I will end things. Shit's going down, so until the next one, this has been Eric the Plague Doctor 981YT, and I'll see all of you in the next one where we will talk with Count Verandis and see what our next move is. As a matter of fact, never mind. Might actually be able to do this, because, this one. Let's see, what about the Reach? How many quests do we have left there? 5 out of 6. Okay, well, never mind. I'm not ending the video. We will finish this.
Our enemy
here and
advances
now.
on 2 fronts, my friend, and we must match them move for move. Rada al-Saran has activated the orrery, while Lady Belain has gone to Markarth. Worse, the Dark Heart beats stronger with every soul that flows into it.
What do you want me to do?
The attack on Markarth has begun, but we can still save the city if we hurry. Go. Warn Ard Kadok. Tell him to defend his people. Every life saved is one less soul for the Dark Heart.
What about Rada and Lady Belain?
I will deal with Rada. After you warn Kadok, find Lady Belain, defeat her, and the Reach folk will stand a better chance against the assaulting army. And if you can end the massacre, that will stop the flow of energy into the Dark Heart. Now go!
I'll go to Markarth and warn Kadok.
I'll find a way to deal with Rada. Lady Belain and the Grey Host, I leave in your hands.
Alright, well. Markarth it is. Now, I would normally end the video, because, like, we're an hour in, but because there's, like, 5 out of 6 quests left, might as well finish them off. We've done 5 out of 6, so might as well get the 6th one done. Don't want a short video in the next one. Although, to be honest, I don't see what's bad about killing a bunch of Nords and Reachmen. They kind of deserve it.
Hurry up! The assault has begun! The Grey Host came out of nowhere, hit the city like a giant's hammer, vampires and werewolves, rending and killing anyone they could catch. The Ardsfolk thought they were safe in Markarth. Only fools put their trust in walls.
Amen. Broaden, you need to know, every Reach folk that dies today feeds the Dark Heart.
Just like what Nathari did to my clan. The bastards. Arana brought us here to help, but it may be too late. They aren't only marching towards the gates, they're coming at us from beneath the city.
What do you mean, from beneath the city?
Lady Belain unsealed the doors to Nichuanzel and let the Grey Host into the city. We arrived just in time to fend off the first wave. Can't make any promises about the next. Go to Understone Keep. Tell Ard Kadok and Arana what you told me.
I'll go to Understone
Stay
Keep.
sharp and keep alert on your way to Understone Keep. The Grey Host could attack again at any moment.
So Ard Kadok and Arana are working together now?
The vampire noble, your friend Verandis. He convinced Arana that we had to help defend Markarth. We marched when Gwendis gave us the word. Besides, Arana and Kadok are both of the Reach. Reach folk stick together against outsiders. We always have.
This honestly seems a lot worse than what they were doing in Skyrim.
There you are. After all your talk, I was beginning to think you'd abandoned us. The Grey Host raided my city. Killed more of my people than I like, but we held them off. Barely. Now those bastards are gathering in Zell for their next attack.
Lady Belain and the Grey Host want to kill as many of you as they can to feed an arcane relic.
Well, they certainly did a good job with their first attack. Lady Belain actually tried to kill me herself. Might have succeeded, if not for Arana. She drove off Belain, saved my sorry hide. As soon as I can assemble my troops, we'll strike back.
No! You need to defend yourselves and keep your people safe. The fewer Reach folk die, the better.
Damn it, outsider! Ugh. But your words ring true. All right. Defense only. For now. Arana had that look in her eyes, though. I think she plans to try to deal with Belain on her own. Now, if you have the mind, go to Zell. Help the witch rebel, eh?
I'll find Arana and deal with Lady Belain.
Watch your step in Zell. From what we could tell, the Grey Host was gathering there for days before the attack. Even without the vampires and werewolves, there are old traps and metal monsters to contend with. Dwarves never did like company.
Amen. I can agree with that. Why did Arana run off on her own?
A strong witch, in all her anger, is a force of nature. Arana blames Lady Belain for what happened to her old clan, and rightly so. Sounds like Belain got into poor Nathare's head. The old ways. Even I'm not fool enough to want them back.
We discovered that Lady Belain is an ancient vampire from the Night Hollow clan.
Ha! My gran would scare us with tales of the Night Lords who once ruled the Reach from the land below. Always thought she was just trying to frighten the children. Like most of the Vadishran legends, I suppose there was a kernel of truth in her stories.
Why did you ever agree to work with her in the first place?
Well, she gave me good counsel, for a time. Even regarding the Grey Host. Sheltering in Markarth saved a lot of Reach folk lives. Until today, at least. Arana warned me, though. She didn't trust Belain from the start.
Valid.
Hang on, hero. I did a meeting and you need to hear what I have to say. Zell is crawling with Grey Host soldiers, not to mention all the dwarven constructs that clank around down there too.
Did you see Arana? Is she alright?
I didn't see her, but I wasn't able to advance very far into the Undercity. Since you're obviously on your way to help her, and I've delivered all the messages I had, I'm going back to the Library of Auromancy.
Rada was in the orrery chamber. Verandis was going to try and confront him
I
there.
hate that Verandis has a past. But he is an ancient vampire. I can't expect him to have remained alone for centuries until he met me. His connection to Rada al-Saran, though, he needs to be careful. His feelings are going to get him into trouble.
Get him into trouble? How so?
Verandis always tries to see the good in people, but any good Rada al-Saran had dried up a long time ago. Look, someone needs to help Verandis, and you have to find Arana and deal with Lady Belain. But maybe when you're finished, you can come join us.
Valid. Didn't this end up turning into the Hall of the Dead in Skyrim? Or at least somewhere in the area. After it got sealed away. Arana and Belial Belair versus Lady Belain. This is gonna be a battle for the ages.
Warrior, over here. I knew I sensed a friendly presence. I wanted to finish this, but Belain, she's too strong. And the Grey Host. I tried to return to Markarth, but got turned around.
Tell me what happened.
I chased Lady Belain into the depths, battled her to a standstill. Then she summoned the Grey Host. She fled while I fought them off. To the orrery, I think I heard her tell the Grey Host commander.
Verandis went to confront Rada at the orrery.
Listen, I sensed something else down below. A second keystone. Find it, and you'll be able to enter the orrery chamber.
I understand. Let me escort you back to Markarth.
Forget me. Get the second keystone. Don't let Belain draw any more power from the Dark Heart.
I'll find the keystone and get into the orrery.
Don't linger, Harrier. All this death, it fuels the Dark Heart, making it stronger with every passing moment. Find that keystone, and stop Lady Belain. Hurry!
Are you sure you'll be alright?
I already feel my strength returning. It's the Dark Heart. Like the ghost song witches of old, I feel its power stirring within me. I hear the whispering of Namira. The Spirit Queen is with me. I won't die in this place.
Isn't the Dark Heart evil?
No, not in and of itself. Like all of Namira's gifts, how we use it is where good and evil come in. It's Belain who is twisting it to this vile purpose. Stop her. Go on. I'll gather my strength and then see where the Spirit Queen wants to lead me. Down the stairs, then look for the vaults. That's where I fought Lady Belain.
Suckers.
It's a trap! Fight them off!
Oh, I get it. This is another puzzle. Puzzles frustrate me too much, so when in doubt, look up a guide. How does this work? That worked.
I'm as frustrated as you are, Gwendis. We don't have a keystone, and I haven't been able to discern another way inside. Try as I might, I haven't been able to penetrate the wards on the door into the factory. The dwarven magic is too powerful. Without a keystone of our own, we'll never get inside.
Arana couldn't stop Lady Belaine, but she led me to another keystone. I have it right here.
Another keystone? It seems the spirits of the Reach smile favorably upon us after all. But you say Lady Belaine escaped from Arana. Any idea where she may have gone?
Arana was wounded in the battle, but she heard Lady Belaine say she was returning to the orrery.
No one has entered or departed by these doors in all the time I've been here. It's clear that Rodda and Belaine know more about this old dwarven structure than we do, though. They must have another way to come and go as they need.
Should we try to use the keystone I acquired?
By all means. If it works, we can finally confront Rada and Lady Belaine. Together, perhaps we'll fare better than Arana.
Alright, let's go.
I can get through to Rada. I must.
Stop this! There's no stopping it, Rondes. More adjustments to this infernal shield, and all will be ready.
This won't save your brothers and sisters. I told you it's impossible.
Oh, but you'll learn about so many things. Can't you feel it, Rondes? The tug of the dark heart on your cursed soul.
Leave him alone!
The Dark Heart. You're going to sever our souls from Baal?
You see, once I gather the Exarchs to my side, my ancient promise will be fulfilled. Belaine, spare Verandis and his cherished daughter. Dispose of the rest.
Come and gaze upon the hearts. Come and witness my true power. You fools! The Dark Heart is my command. This is the place where your little rebellion ends.
Queen, let me hear, Harrier. I'll help you defeat this abomination. Look how Belaine corrupts Namira's gift. I'll create void portals. Use them to reach those void mothers and destroy them. We can't defeat
this
her.
is gonna be
The fate of the rich depends on it.
bitch. Vampire on vampire.
You think your spirit queen favors you over me? through me!
Use the portal now!
Where? There it is.
Dark force carrier. I'll open another portal.
The power of the Dark Heart is mine! This is impossible! The Dark Heart sustains me!
Well, apparently it is possible, and I just killed you, ass. Your clan dies with you.
Lady Belain, is she dead?
Yes, we defeated her. But Arana, what happened to you?
The Spirit Queen, Namira. She required a champion. She gave me the strength to press on, despite my wounds. Now, that strength is gone.
And the Spirit Queen will just let you
She
die?
is the spirit of death and decay. Belain defied a natural death, as all vampires do. Using Namira's energy like that, it was an affront. I am happy to have done my part. Verandis needs your help. Go, Harrier. Use this one last portal.
I'll go help Verandis.
Please, help Verandis. I see it now. The Lord of the Grey Host.
Friend, your timing is perfect. Get to the far platform and throw. It will take all of us to stop this infernal machine. We did it, my friends. Tell me, what of Lady Belain? If you hadn't arrived when you did, Gwendis would not have been able to power down the orrery. Thank you. But tell me, what of Arana and Lady Belain? I could feel them. It was like a battle in the darkness.
Lady Belain took me to the Dark Heart Chamber. Arana arrived. She helped me defeat Belain.
So it was Belain's death I felt in the darkness. Rada was right. For some reason, the connection I have to the Dark Heart is strong. But there was something else. Another sensation. Where's Arana, my friend?
Arana said Namira suppressed her wounds so she could defeat Belain. After the battle, she died. Oh, she died. I liked Arana. That makes me sad.
Arana dead. That's another soul lost to the void. Between her and those that perished at Markarth, the Dark Heart ate well this day. I'd like you to return to Understone Keep. Tell Ardkadok that despite what we have lost, Markarth is safe.
I'll tell Ardkadok the news.
You sure you'll be alright here by yourself, Verandis?
I shall return to Markarth shortly.
What am I saying? Of course you will. But if you're not back soon, I'll come and drag you to Markarth myself.
So we're not gonna fight, That's surprising. I was looking forward to a boss fight with him. Sesame. I wonder if some point soon we're actually gonna fight Rada. I'm not sure. But you motherfucker. How many times do I have to kill you before you stay dead?
Ah! Here's one whose report we need. What? We did as you said, Rover. We defended the city and kept our people safe. Then, all of a sudden, the Grey Host turned and fled. And I barely got to kill a dozen or so of the bastards myself. Do I have you to thank for this unexpected turn of events?
Arana and I defeated Belain. Rada fled and Verandis stopped the Dwarven machine.
Well, that explains everything. Someone will sort out the details and tell them to me later, eh? All that matters is the Grey Host called off their attack and departed as soon as they lost their leaders. But, Arana, I want to thank the witch.
Arana unfortunately died helping me defeat Lady Belain.
Arana promised to stop Lady Belain. No matter what. Trust a Reach Witch to make her own words come true. At least it was a good death, given in a noble cause. And Markarth still stands. We'll remember what Arana did. And we'll remember you as well.
Where's the Grey Host now?
They're scattered and fled. Good riddance. Between Arana's Wilders and my Stonehounds, we held them back. And when you cut off the head, they were done with the fight. There's some cleanup to be done in the wilderness, but nothing we can't handle.
Then Markarth is safe, for now.
We stopped Lady Belain from gorging the Dark Heart with all the souls of Markarth, but we can't bring back the dead. Still, the Heart Awakening never reached full power. We turned back the Grey Host, and kill the Belain. That's a victory, my friend.
I'd like to point out I can bring back the dead, they just won't be the same. Did you learn anything else from the orrery?
The orrery remains charged with void energy, but the Dark Heart was never completely filled, and it already wanes. That means we denied Rada al-Saran a limitless source of power. Rada may have escaped for the moment, but we will find him.
And what about the Night Hollow vampires?
Any surviving Night Hollow clan members are bound to the Dark Heart. As it wanes, so will they. When you destroyed Lady Belain, you sealed the doom of her entire clan. That threat is ended forever, thanks to you and Arana.
And do you still sense the Dark Heart?
Yes. Whether through the use of the orrery or some other means, Rada tied the void energy to the Grey Host. And due to my past affiliation, that seems to include me. I can feel it. Hear its dark whisper. I need to ponder the implications.
Should we go after Rada now?
Soon. For now, savor this victory. The courage of mortals, not some buried relic, is the true heart of the Reach. You've saved countless lives, and proved to the Reach folk that not all outsiders are a threat to this land. Rada's time will come.
We defeated evil today.
The time has come, my friend.
At the very heart of the Reach that threatened to destroy us all. These outsiders stood beside us and made our troubles, our enemies, their own. Let them hear our thanks. Look around, you people of the Reach. Markarth still stands. See your fellow Reach folk, and know we will always fight for our land and our ways.
Right, it looks like Count Verandas has more for us.
I know you've only had a moment's peace, but we must renew our hunt for Rada al-Saran with all due haste. The setbacks will not slow Rada for long, and he's likely closer to his true goal than we know.
What is his true goal, then?
That I have yet to determine. But consider what he's wrought thus far. Harrow storms across western Skyrim to revive the Grey Host. Here, the souls of Markarth reaped to empower the Dark Heart. Both great sacrifices. But I fear worse is yet to come.
What could be worse than all those deaths?
A good question. Despite your success stopping High King Svargrim and Lady Belain, the reawakening of the Dark Heart has provided the Dwarven Orrery with a frightening source of power. But to what end? I need your help to ascertain the answer.
I'll help you. Do you know where you should start looking?
A moment. Sometimes the intensity of the currents flowing through the darkness can be overwhelming. There. Venorian reports that Grey Host leaders gather north of Markarth. I believe Rada is there, preparing them for what's to come.
The currents flowing through the darkness?
It's nothing. I don't want to concern the others. Whatever Rada did at the orrery, it connected the Grey Host to the Dark Heart. And that includes... Like the Dark Heart that the Heart consumed, a part is caught within the void.
I think once we end all this, Brandis is gonna die, but that... What does that mean?
I don't know. I can feel the Dark Hearts, a throbbing stronger as the heart becomes more, but it hasn't consumed me. In fact, like a Belain, I may be able to on it. Though I haven't attempted that yet.
Let's go find Rada.
Investigate the grey activity in the foothills north of Mark, near Bethardam. Fenorian will meet. Gwendis and I will the orrery in Arcthazand. Join us once you run plans.
I hope it doesn't take too much longer to fight. Because this video's getting low.
defense, always a good attack.
Brothers and sisters, we are on the cusp of victory. When the dark storm blows through the void, everything we lost will be returned, even our lives. Go without fear. Claim victory. Success will bring salvation. Little birds. Give him my best.
Damn it! I knew we should have attacked when we had the chance.
Hey, Lyris.
My orders were to wait, Lyris. At least Rada left something in his haste.
Is that you, partner? Could have used you a moment sooner. I'm this close to finally planting my axe in Rada al-Saran's face. If Fen hadn't did we wait for his Raven Watch friends, that monster wouldn't have slipped through our fingers. Again! You're still on the hunt for him too, I see.
Veranda sent me, actually. He mentioned you'd be here.
When Fen got his orders to investigate the Grey Host, I invited myself along. Sorry about my temper. It's just that we've been shadowing these bastards for a while, and it looked like the opportunity to strike was finally at hand.
Did you learn anything while stalking them?
Well, Fen's the one keeping notes, but Rada al-Saran gathered his subordinates and remaining forces here. It's clear he's preparing to make a move, so Fen sent word to the Raven Watch. I just wish we knew more about this dark storm Rada mentioned.
It's a lead, at least.
Yeah, a lead that's dragging us in circles. Look, Fen can tell you more. I'm sure he'd love to talk to someone other than me. Brilliant conversation isn't one of my better-known graces, as you've experienced firsthand.
Could this dark storm be related to the harrow storms of Western Skyrim?
Possibly. And I've seen Ice Reach Coven witches among the Grey Host troops. After we dealt with Svargrim and shattered the Grey Host's hold on Western Skyrim, looks like Rada moved his operation to this part of the world.
What about Fen's elixir? Was it able to produce enough for the holds?
It was slow going, but the concoction he and old Mjolin produced was the only reason the holds were able to start fighting back. Even after we stopped Rada al-Saran's plan in Solitude, I don't think the Western holds would have survived without it.
How's Svanna?
Alive and well. She's taken to her role as Jarl of Solitude far better than anyone imagined. The people love her. There's new life in the hold despite all that's happened. I admit, I'm hopeful for the future too, provided we stop Rada al-Saran.
What? Oh, sorry. I was fixated on this trinket. When Verandis said he would send someone, I assumed he meant Adusa. We weren't supposed to make a move, but Lyris feared we'd miss our chance. I don't think we ever had one, but don't tell her that.
What's so interesting about that trinket?
Other than I think it belonged to Rada al-Saran? I sense a powerful magic has been cast on the item. Auromancy. I recognize it. The technique is remarkably similar to what Verandis uses. Not surprising, I suppose. They were friends once, after all.
What else have you learned while you were tracking the Grey Host?
Well, after their defeats in Western Skyrim and the Reach, the Grey Host has regrouped. The ancient Exarchs have arrived and asserted their control over the newer troops. We also intercepted a courier a few days ago. He carried a coded message.
Were you able to decipher the message?
My command of ancient Yokuden is elementary at best. I assumed it had something to do with harrow storms, until Rada al-Saran mentioned this dark storm. I think he's planning something massive. More massive even than the storm over Solitude.
We should take this to Verandis. He's waiting for us at the Orb.
We're going to meet Verandis. Right now? Yes, that would be prudent, I suppose. Do I look presentable to you? Befitting of an audience with the Count? I don't imagine there's time for a bath before we head to the orrery.
You seem anxious to see Verandis.
Shouldn't I be? I was studying abroad when you two were dealing with the Lightless Remnant, and I only just learned that he's still alive. I know I couldn't have prevented what happened, but I never even got to say goodbye.
Were you too close?
Count Verandis is a father to me. More so than my own birthkin. Losing him pained me deeply. I'm looking forward to this second chance we've been given.
Seems like you've been busy since last I saw you.
Amazingly so. I assisted Jarl Svanna, for a while, helping old Mjolnir and the Mages Guild produce as much of the Herostorm elixir as we could. But I couldn't linger there forever. I've been tracking the Grey Host ever since. Is that Count Verandis?
The soul's ability to travel among infinite planes of existence is equally boundless.
Then, what did you do?
Anywhere. Imagine if they had the freedom to choose their destination, or even return to life.
It's the Auromancy. Seeing an image of the past. But we intercepted this letter.
A moment, Fenorian. The darkness has passed. Well done acquiring this letter.
Never mind the pat on the back, Verandis. What happened?
It's nothing. A distraction. Our friend has arrived, and we must not waste any time.
I do think he's gonna die with the way his health. This is exactly how Tharn acted.
The Dark Heart. The episodes grow more frequent. Each time the currents swell, it's like I'm losing myself to the darkness. We must uncover Radha's plans before that happens. Perhaps this coded message will tell us more about the Darkstorm.
Could you decipher
I see
it?
that Radha has employed his mother tongue to obscure the message. I remember his language, and the Grey Host ciphers well. This isn't a dispatch. It's a letter. To me.
Is he taunting us?
No, he's trying to persuade me. Convince me that his path is the right one. Prove to me that the dream we once shared is within reach. The letter outlines, in essence, the recipe for Radha's Darkstorm.
Can we use that to stop it?
Not in and of itself. He wants me to follow in his footsteps. To see what he did and learn the truth of what he promises. In doing so, however, I will discover how to stop it. He's bearing his stroke to me, confident I will not bite, but I must.
Where is he telling you to go?
I must seek a place in the Reach where the land was sundered from Tamriel. And I must study the void through Night Hollow eyes. Finally, I must learn about Keystones, Badar Zel. In my current state, I don't trust myself. Will you go in my stead?
I'll take this journey in your place.
I leave the course of the journey up to you, but these three will go ahead to assist you. Lyris to Understone Keep, Gwendis to the Night Hollow Archives, and Fenorian to Badar Zel.
I'll meet each one of them at the appointed places.
I'm sorry to put this all upon your shoulders, but it's better that I remove myself from this journey. You can see what Radha intends to show me with impartial eyes. Learn the secrets.
So let's just travel over there. I hope we don't have to do too much before we actually get to go and do the manamana to him.
Over here. Night Hollow Keep is just ahead. Night Hollow Keep is down this path. Be right inside. In writings we recovered from Lady Belain, she mentioned a Night Hollow testament. That's probably what we're looking for. Just watch yourself. The place is locked down tight.
What are we dealing with?
Well, it's crawling with Night Hollow vampires. Not just the mindless, spooky kind. Looks like some of them got recharged when the Dark Heart woke up. They patrol the outer wall in shifts. One door in and out. It's locked, but they carry keys.
So we relieve one of the portals of their keys. Patrols.
You got it. I haven't been able to keep track of their comings and goings, so there's no telling which vampires have the keys. Attacking them could attract unwanted attention. If you want to find a more discreet way past that wall, by all means.
Alright, I'll find a way into the keep.
Remember, get keys off the patrolling vampires or find another way to get inside. Either way, let's get into the archive. Find this Night Hollow testament and get back to Verandis, alright? I'll scout around on my own and catch up to you. I'm off. If I see something that might help, I'll let you know. How high that nether root's growing. Think it will hold our weight? Probably after the same thing as us. What's that beside him? That wasn't as difficult as I expected. Now let's enter the archive. As far as libraries go, the lighting in here is terrible. Hey. That's done. Hey. Why is this trinket over here glowing?
can't get the smell of her blood off my hands.
It was a mercy. You know that.
One loading screen to another. Oh, that was surprising. That lift and get the fuck out of here. I honestly have had enough of Black Rage. Sesame. She's almost at the end.
made some interesting discoveries while I was waiting. The Tharzel is more intact than the few other dwarven ruins I visited. I spotted a chamber that appears related to the Keystones. But more intact doesn't mean completely intact. The path ahead is blocked.
If the path is blocked, how do we get to this chamber?
Therein lies the problem. My vampiric abilities make traversal somewhat trivial, but you can't follow. I do believe I've come up with a solution, though. Potentially. Theoretically.
What's your idea?
I noted numerous void portals scattered around the Tharzel. I understand you and Verandis encountered them before. I'm no expert on teleportation, but these should allow you to navigate the ruins and pick out a safe path.
I've used the void portals before. I'll find my way into the chamber.
May I suggest trying to reach the void portal at the top of that tower first? It seems like a good vantage point to survey the layout of this ruin. I'm sure you'll figure out a way past the blockage in no time. It worked! I mean, of course it worked. I'll be waiting on the other side.
Where do we go to now? Let's just jump down and hope for the best.
I had every confidence you wouldn't get sucked into some boundless void. The repository. Let's see what we can find. This looks like some kind of manufacturing equipment.
feasible.
No, but merely a possibility when the soul-binding requirement.
Save our kindred from Cold Harbor's torment, and you quit at the cost? Is your heart so cold?
Even if you returned our kindred to life, Molag Bal's claim to their souls would remain. Our contracts are inviolable.
Another obstacle to overcome.
The Prince of Domination is merely an obstacle. Rather,
Right, so we head back to Understone Keep over in Markarth.
Over here, partner. Well, I've got bad news and worse news. Kadok and I already exchanged words. Most of them insults. The only agreement we came to was that he'd stop sending his stone hands to toss me out if I stopped breaking their noses.
You got into a fight with Kadok?
It wasn't a fight until he sent his stone hands against me. Wasn't much of one after that, come to think of it. We got as far as Sundered Land when he shouted something about Manamarco and called up his personal guard.
What does Manamarco have to do with any of this?
That's what I was trying to find out when Kadok got all angry and said something about my head and a pike on the wall. Look, you talk to him. Maybe you'll have better luck than me.
I suppose Kadok and I have a repertoire.
Markarth would be a ghost town if it wasn't for you. If that doesn't earn you the courtesy of an audience, I can go back to breaking noses.
I'll present myself to Kadok.
The Ard is in his throne room. We just need to know where to find the land sundered from Tamriel. According to Rada al-Saran's letter, it's somewhere in the Reach. Oh, and I'm not apologizing. Not to Kadok, anyway. Sorry.
Lyris, oh dear Lyris.
Had my fill of Reeker's grace in my presence today. Seeing is how you've shed blood for me, and mine. I'll give you my ear, but make it quick. My bile's up, and too much talk will likely make it churn.
I'm in search of a land that was sundered from Tamriel. It happens to be somewhere in the Reach.
Ah, you speak with that half-giant's tongue. What business is it of yours? What I do with my land? I gave that parcel to Manamarco years ago. It's offered to Molag Bal, as he pleased. Why dredge up such dealing?
I thought I stopped in Meld. Shouldn't your lands have returned?
Aye. You and the half-giant both, so the crows say. Don't think I've not spied on you, same as Lady Belain. I gave that land to Manamarco, long before the god of schemes brought his wrath to your empire. The labors of his cult cast it to oblivion.
Did you know what they had planned?
Manamarco didn't call me confidant. When he departed, he said the failure here would forge his success elsewhere. I never saw him again. If you want to know his mind, you'll have to see what he wrought yourself. I'll open the way for you.
Where can I find the land you gave to Manamarco?
There's a lift in Nichuan Cell that'll take you to the Sundered Land. I keep it sealed, for reasons that should be obvious, but I'll see you're granted passage. Now, off you go, and take the prickly she-wolf with you.
Why would you make a deal with someone like Minimarco?
Not so long ago, rich folk ruled the Empire. We had our lands returned and dignity restored. Then, we were driven back into the mud by the usurper. Minimarco pledged justice for my people if I gave him shelter. A dark spirit's bargain, to be sure.
Do you regret the deal?
No. The usurper, Varen, lost his lands, his throne, and so much more. What Minimarco promised me was given. If that don't sit well with you, I got no apologies to give. I can only tell you, that's where my dealings with the Worm King begin and end.
Fascinating.
What do you want?
Bit of a dumbass for making a deal with Minimarco of all people, but...
Got the information we need? Good.
But, hopefully we get to go to the Sundered Land and, yeah. End this, because it's getting really late. It's like 1 in the morning. And I'd like to end this soon, so that tomorrow we can hopefully start Blackwood. Once we complete this, before we start Blackwood, I might take a break to get Ojel Greel, the character, the Argonian character that I normally take him through all of this.
Another memento here, like the one Fenorian found near Bethar Dams.
That's my nose.
Brandis, forgive me. As ever, your genius captivates me. I had no idea you made such progress.
I'm still no closer to a viable solution.
You're closer than you think.
How can you know that?
I discussed your findings with
Getting real fed up with your shit. I just want a boss fight. Is that too simple to ask for? But no. At this rate, I might as well have just ended the video where I wanted to, and... fuck me. Hey, I mean, if you guys like longer videos, longer streams, whatever you want to call them, you're technically both, cool, here you go. I don't really like making them too terribly long. only reason I've been making longer videos recently is so that we can get the get all caught up with the DLCs and do Blackwood and such before the next one comes out.
The past is ancient history. Rodder's intentions were to sway me back to his side.
That's not good enough, Count. Why didn't you tell us that this was all your fault?
Father, it wasn't just your research that let him revive the Grey Host. The actual procedure was your creation.
You don't understand. Please tell me. The others see conspiracies where there are none. Just past sins that I thought long buried. They say you found everything that Rodder wanted me to discover. Tell me about the Sunderland, the Night Hollow's studies, and the secret of the Keystones.
I found this strange stone at the site where the land was sundered from Tamriel.
Remember the journey Rodder sent me on? The one you took in my place. It was to follow in his footsteps, to see how he reached this moment in time. This stone, it's a shard of oblivion lost in our world. How would that help him save the Grey Host?
This is the Night Hollow Testament. It's not written in a language I can read.
To see the void through Night Hollow eyes. Yes, it's written in the tongue of the first vampires. I can read it, but barely. In addition to other things, this is basically a spell book. It's full of rituals to appease and make use of the Dark Heart.
We found this unassembled keystone in the Fuck it, the Dwemer runes. I'm not gonna try and pronounce it.
Point to show me the inner workings of the mysterious dwarven keystones? We know Rodder used one to link the Dark Heart's power to not only the orrery, but to the Grey Host as well. I can feel the pull of the heart thinking about it.
How does any of this help us stop the Darkstorm?
What you discover doesn't tell us much about the Darkstorm. At least not yet. But a picture is beginning to form in my mind. Provided one more clue. He claims to have a link inside this very structure.
I thought he left this sort of thing to others.
It's true that Rodder offered myself and later Zingalis to handle his research and experiments. But he wasn't without his own skills when it came to arcana and alchemy. I suppose, during his long mission, he had to increase his aptitude. Ravenwatch, Titanborn. We can't let the specters of the past distract us from our mission.
Very well, Count.
Remain by your side as we search. I think we're getting a moment. I sense Rodder has been this way. Careful! That Night Hollow vampire radiates with the power of the Dark Heart.
Witness what a taste of the Dark Heart can do.
Rodder's laboratory. I regardless of method. Yes, this is it. I can feel the echoes of Rodda's work here. Rodda has taken my research in directions I imagined. Dwemer machines, Night Hollow rites, Reach witchcraft, all arrayed around that pedestal.
Can you make sense of
Yeah, I'm beginning to see how the pieces you retrieved fit together. He's building a bridge through. The Oblivion Shard serves as a lodestone to point to his destination, but Cold Harbor is precisely the place he would want to avoid.
Why is that?
Rodda has always sought to escape Molag Bal's hold on his soul. Cold Harbor is the place where Bal's power is absolute. It makes no sense, unless Cold Harbor isn't his destination. Gather the others. We need to recreate Rodda's ritual.
Alright, what do we need to do?
Fenorian will reproduce the Reach alchemy while Gwendis performs the Night Hollow rites. You must manage controlling the etheric and kinetic energies. I will attempt to scry the stone and direct you accordingly. Now to begin, start by adding etheric power. Now, quickly, I need more kinetic power. Now, some tonal energy.
It's catalyzing too quickly!
Quickly, help Fenorian.
Oh, that's Gwendis. My bad.
We're losing kinetic energy. I need more.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
I need an influx of etheric power. I just need your help with the Night Hollow rite. Just the tonal frequency, quickly. We almost have it, just a little more.